I was in Emo Biakwaba, na yem from Bremege TV and platform we eso. Honorable Frank Annoh Dompreh, any Obi, yes, Obi of Asempa FM, a Osebonsu, Atwitwe Enkomo, Ewo, Asempa. In fact, Ekosi Senjuma Dini, so na Utie in Sema Urano Eka, Nachese, Onono, or confident, pa, and this MPP for Besiaba, Power Buna. I know the Obi can say the party as him. But how we see Kasano? It seems say Bibia Nancy, it seems say Bibia UK Ukruma. In a sense, say MPP for Anyafi and a Ghana for yet to Beditiomo. MPP for Tiomo baby, deliver Kama and a Ghana for yet to Editiomo. I was young and some Frank Annoh Dompreh can. Say, Utia, Udokasa, Aquawi, na no the power na. Abusia ensem bebre na mepese be ko ne kwakọ he video di bi ekwakotie honorable Frank Annoh Dompreh ensem a oyiyi ano na nsia incident de esisi ye ono so wakasa fa ho kakra utie ensem a wura na ekeka na chese ono de ose obesia contest bio isanse ni dibia so ani ono na wabo MPP abedu sambre na sambre MPP wa hunhehia mu ontimi ndan na chi MPP enti ono honorable yaw Frank Annoh Dompreh no obekoso asum MPP abusia yenko na nkuhwe sa video na fa bra meso so subscribe to the channel no like dwumadi no share na foforo nyi bia hwe hanom ya number 1 authentic platform de bia news bia kwetwi kobre ma bia hanom na wonsa beka no yankopon enkoso a enhyiraw yenti nsem no fa bra ko ba medina kan na ebeto aso yem platform we eso yankopon enhyiraw
near Frank Common so honorable Aquaba called there.
Obi, me who watch it.
Easy.
Only Naya Miti. Miti only any your authoritative presentations. Me that's it pa. Me that's it. More official pa.
Papa come
official pa ma with through any Dominic and the entire production team.
Sure.
You've held your fort strongly. My boy Juma. I think Oman you are credible. Media outlet and that's a media platform. Anybody, it's a privilege to appear on this platform. It's really and foreign on behalf of the minority caucus, entire caucus, having extended a hand of invitation. Some of my say Brambetna heavy na intimidating komo. Na minshamo. Inyande sa ankepe. Baby
I mean so but you seem to have a thing for tunic shirts. Open tunic shirt shepherd. Shirt a corner say in particular.
Obi asemwa akofa bedia. Maybe you've offered me opportunity to church in Umukaka. Me son that tie boy me.
Oh, okay.
And then Obi bought tie and a year me set as all the homage channel with the greatest respect to our gentlemen, more we are fan of flying tie. I say I come here.
Oh, okay.
Me dressy saying it makes me feel more of myself. And I'm saying I don't go cry. I had a reason to take on me on the floor. And be a strong fan of Sir Atadiwe, and this is not with any disrespect to anybody.
For lawyers, no tunic shirt, well, now the babe in the boss.
Okay.
And tunic shirt, a lawyer beer or tunic shirts be great.
I see.
Wow. Anyways, in the mirror, I mean, a lot. SC from elections 2024 on the 7th day of December 2024, abatoning Kanyemu recollation the course so up until Moko Parliament swearing in and in summer SC appointment committee. And there was some baby na eka in Sawama Dredri Edikai on election day. Even before election day, did you ever think say we elections they be tight say?
Well, Obi Edi Kainon, the GDS, Obi Odina near Dimechi. Na and also yes, as my make candidate to me. I think the last about 3 years. In some for me, Momina, Ajo.
Yes.
So,
I think I joke because it's 4:30 almost.
Me titru my dear breast sellers and me nuanu mu nyina wo consistency on titru consistency chairman in pennyfo nyina obi that's for me how many cancer for the last 3 years no na ya bre moja ni pa ya adwuma no kwasam ne say one day to me chairman sir the National Council of a Party yeah me majority whip asamba akwa me kan and no makoma mu say rade boa me na the many years and yema bebre ntimi nya ni titru ya kwan
Yes.
Feeding into infrastructure. The school dining, acquiring, canker. Unyame Mwame, Namin Timmy, and Sacranomo. Now, Obi, I dear me, yeah, and he said, me using my office in the Kaka. So we a minister, the ODB, by Miss Messer, say, Ja, me quine Yimbo Modia, Yama, Miss School dining, Yamin Chade, mean your advantage, Kaka, and you may be brave, you may be a quine, Obi, a bit to say, in some fee commercial bank, copper, crow, quine. In some library, new library, I may see call Igby Town. The brew, Quapa de Boo, in the brew, and non blue skies, where Quapa could do Chinto, in Sound Mochi Road, Tiaku, South Quan Wing, the Quine be or cry, A1 Quine, Obi, Quine be you have since independence. It is a A1 quota and a quite beauty is a mortuary road, say me and a paving. In fact, arguably the longest road, about 1 kilometer, is paved with paving blocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now we didn't see it coming like that because now in Kofonkas almost Dompreh there where we near we. Into do baby a car bear 1 month or 1.5 months election. I was focused on Dr. Baumia. Because baby and Miss Shromo say, Ja, we see I'm 9 back or so. Move for me 9 back, couldn't become Nanya. So, what to Obama me no one to Ama Dr. Baumia? I mean, I'm coining all these phrases. What to Obama me no one to Obama Dr. Baumia? Wahame, but me Jumana Yading. And she, yeah, I expect to say margin, but you're close, very close. Now, yet now see and any who said the bigger picture, we share the entire country, baby, to say Yendi, our traditional seat. Once upon a time, we lost it once. Yura Malik, more time. Independent, Koya, Lucy. Yendi has remained a traditional seat. It means we win over 20,000. The last election, in fact, the northern region, he had the highest vote margin. She baby to say. Tema Central.
Yes.
Comfortably, it means we need this time we won just about 55 votes. So baby to say Ninia Penny Aslaway. Back to your question. We were focused on the presidency because parliamentary was a done deal.
And more internal research in
yes,
you are winning comfortably.
Yes, internal research and then external research I was winning with a minimum of 60%. Winning with a minimum of 60%. But you see, about your analysis of the figure, casual analysis, even though they say your party, National Council, Atiba Sunku, and the absolute report the banner. In some of you who said your strongholds, turnout was very low.
Even in Sawil.
Yes. Then someone registered the entire constituency. There were 97,000 registered voters.
Okay.
We had a turnout of just about 50,000 plus. And the fact of the matter is that among we NDC for they turn out in their numbers to vote. Into share electoral areas, if you serialize them, all the electoral areas now baby uncle year. Turnout here very low. Stronghold. Over 20,000, over 25,000 plus.
But the turnout of 50,000 from registered voters, I will share trend turnout over the years. 50,000 is
because they say 97,000. Now share trend the entire eastern region we recorded just about 42%. The turnout was extremely low. And known the course because Osha baby to say and one baby to say Dobro.
Yes.
Dobro who runs one from Achimota Airquad. Dobro Honomono. Now it has remained as a stronghold of the NDC. It will share results this time. Some of the places that beat them. If we had even been able to garner our traditional vote in our traditional areas, we would have won so easily. The gap would have been, I would have won comfortably. But you see, I feel be any munsem. Na impenisu say ye di jawa ne dia so omeboa. Ye nyesu ehunu bebre. Internal issues na wo ho, external issues na wo ho, na nkrofo no so were a bit dissolution na ebufuo ho aban no ye si no ma bi wo ha so ye onye external government ebufuo bia na wo Ghana from it affected all of us. Members of parliament sita ye win comfortably na for ye bre
na more bre.
We struggle to win. We struggle most of the places to win. Share Bono area honomo. Seats that since 92, Sunyani East, one munyina ye seat. We lost so miserably. You lose the seat in the Bebre. Now,
but I can't also say, maybe, because I recall, weeks before elections, it was all over the place, even the NDC knows, MPP never formed the next comfortable majority in parliament.
You see,
now you're based on them.
Research, that was called national security research. We also engage private individuals. Some research. My anchor say research. At a point in time, maybe I'm NDC for no. We're focusing on Rajom Hamapa because they realized that now we were winning the seat in the parliamentary. They realized until the focus all was on Ira John Mahama. Making sure that even if they take the parliamentary, we should be able to take the presidency. I didn't see it there. We can't understand. Up to now, as a party, up to now, with my period of stay in politics, student politics, bar consistency, here. We'll find the reasoning behind your my course.
Through committee now.
Yes, and we cannot also begrudge Ghana for. You see, so we inherited properties are there. It comes with the liabilities.
Yes.
At a point in time, once upon a time, 1 million vote difference. So it at a point, Ghana for na cassette. Okay, we don't need to take it a pinch of salt. Whatever the decision is, a Ghana for na kasa. It is a Ghana for kasa. Amo kasa ya na ye then say agitumu. It is a kasa ni bia ba na enko ye na nya ye da. Nya ho brasie. Me dem gidi ye se enema bi susu yanka se ye fie nkomo bi yentimi ending.
And no, my next question. Say you were one of the few MPs very early in the year oba out forcefully to push the Baumia agenda. There are those who believe say he was probably not a better choice for you in this election.
Well, you see, I don't. Me nipa baako, and I want to humbly say that me nipa baako. Media, me GD is from Mofra Bremo at the very tender age, even before I turned 18.
Yes.
Now me did me animum penny for, and I say my late father, a strong UP person. Na adia baako a na haye we party mo. This account tag. Account tag your party here account for. If you look into our history as a party, the original MPP Nankasano, they are not accounts. The original MPP, which is the Northern People's Party, they are not accounts. Once upon a time, Second Republic, eventually you form a Second Republic, Buzia, the leader, minority leader. No? The MPP, no, original from the Northern region, any animal smaller parties who came to Parliament. No more dosu, a saying, said you account for no. But they yielded to Buzia to lead, and several platforms are more yielding my. Media, at that time, I stand for correction. But as a party, we all need to reflect. I dream Baku for media. I have nothing, I have no regrets. I'm supporting Papano. I have no regrets. I'm supporting Papano. Don't forget, this is the first time we'll give you a go at the presidency. Yes. You can make the argument that he didn't perform as you all expected. But obi anywhere, I think from Jerry Rawlings time, a buyer. In our party, obi anywhere your first attempt we need that. MPP mu. Obi anywhere. Era Kufo. It was the second time. And obi don't forget, my era Edubahini had come to set the stage. In a second time, ni era Kufo. Yeah, Papa. He came on third time. Well, this is a subject matter being person be.
Yeah, but given another opportunity, you would still vouch for Bawumia.
I think so. But you see, I know dear. I'm learning none better, and it means I emphasize that my views are personal views. Personal views, and I want to go for the views, popular views of the party. And to see as we say, you be if you now we see and Yamin Chad in the National Council has given me another opportunity. So from majority whip to minority whip. Yes, we a leader. They are no maybe or has said you want to be candidate. And so share the code. It's must so.
But there is one other thing, and so say this election, na a referendum on Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and not necessarily Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and that the performance of Nana Addo Ghana for Obufu do you agree with the two?
Well, you see, Dr. Bawumia has always taken responsibility, good or bad, of Akufo-Addo's, His Excellency Akufo-Addo's reign. Ojitumu said he's run with the man for 16 years, okay, and he's been vice president for 8 years. Several platforms Dr. Bawumia can say, "Oh, you know who and who the buy be no come," and I think that is leadership. Okay, you can extend the argument, detail. Naka say, okay, it was a referendum on Papa Akufo-Addo. That is fine. Akufo-Addo was the president. A vice president is not the president. In fact, if you look into the constitution, vice president from before being Kayina Yao, Papa Aka. Baby.
Yes.
Our former president being that intercation. It was that gave birth to the amendment of the constitution. Said the vice president chairing the councils, the police council, so from that time, we whittle away the powers of the vice president. The vice president, I say you are the beck and call of the president.
And then you only left. Well, he still chairs the police council.
But many of them were whittled away. That argument can be made. And the say as a party. Now your party said that Tieno. Then you mean I make a for Dr. Bawumia. Organically, the thing and one can be done. Yes, and one can be done. You give yourself a while. GDA said, "You from Quadrin so be out court, 3 times. Will be out once. It's as I'm saying."
From polling stations, and then you move to collation center. At the collation center, in Sembebre, out. Annoh Dompreh Lusu. It was all over the place. Later, you were winning. Now, in Semba says, Ethiopia to her, Nioma. Okay, what happened?
So, Obi, you see. And maybe we should up our intelligence. As
a party,
As a party. Obi, I may see once home. As a videos, no, baby. Yeah, I may see it. As a near contokwa. Then they see it. Also, your 12 baby, I said the anymore. About 8 p.m. when I started transmitting pink sheet at the coalition center. And this time, ECD can say any coalition center in PWD, which we are used to, name from St. Martin's.
Yes.
As I know your outskirts, FM. We had our own coalition, internal coalition. Into your coalition, your GG pink sheet na about 11 p.m. I was monitoring. Because Miankasa as a person, apart from your setup, Miankasa as a person, I'm a coalition with me room. Into a Bob 11, no. And I'm starting your information. Say, young Crawford, the pink sheet, if polling station, whatever collation center, a dome over thousands of hooligans. A be now sharing this for t-shirt. Ababejina St. Martin's main entrance hall into bar near bo near ya bo near TTP person a pink sheet anymore. I'm saying, oh, how? Me chama era rocks and crowd, sabi, ya buna mani moja cra. It's assembly cost no. Na me fre security was said, no, I have to come there. I'm say there be on a boemba. Uba ha be proud. Said ya hati na ma. If you do baby and I'm say there be, if somebody must die, it has to be me. If for nothing at all, I am the arrow figurehead. Me na say a will be or some coaches I will. Tonya, I say police has taken the matter. I've written my statement.
Yeah.
Police investigation. Me obi oni mo bi a say me to that. So mo ka say me be to tie me abofra na me pet tie be tie call bird hunting pa. Inti between 11 p.m. ekoko midnight. Na me say no, me call. Satana police as a leader in parliament, I'm 2 policemen. And then soldier 4 they are sympathetic. No more ban. I'm simple mucho. Mon family kohonomo just for me to witness idea ekoso. Openi me do St. Martin's Gate wono. Ni padom ebikita sekan pa. Ebikita sekan kuri ebikita kontima. Oma na St. Martin's Gate no. Omo to gate no dia 2 baby. The car nko kamba. Nti police phone see e bi bo ho na no bi kwa me remu. Omo hu me no afei the crowd was charged. Almost here na ye de me funu na ebeko. And I'm so okay. Somebody be funu na ebeko. Mo de mo fa me funu nko. Nkakran na police fo edi me ho tenten kakra fo fi kakra na me wura St. Martin's Hall. Openi me wura St. Martin's Hall no. Pink sheet nya titi nyina. Ya titi pink sheet. It's a form when you now pink sheet. And you know this before because and then our candidate and your chairman, they were standing before the crowd and they were chanting a yezu a yeza. Returning officer no wohono. Ye mia ne kwa wako shakona. He saw me, he was teary, was honorable, baby I do know. At that time, my first instinct was esa be pekwan bi amedi returning officer ne be den e be pie. Because he had picking reports of Patrick Boama ho say a force returning officer man declare my particular candidate. Timi so jani ba ko na me ben na kai me somo. Let's guarantee the safety of this returning officer. Na yentimi mfani pie. Otherwise, ade no bibia be say. Nkakran ya di returning officer no e pie. As a returning officer ni pie na kame akase me pie. Ave police soldier 4 there were a lot of military men.
At the time now agents no wahin.
Me agents that time kwa me hu obi amafo abo amafo manfo dwane. In fact, me hu obi o MPP ni.
There was no coalition and
no coalition has stopped. So that time and before coalition was stopped, no more out of 200 plus no more coalition 110 or so.
Okay.
And I started disrupting again. Into me try me hu obi a me nimu no as a many beto me nimu as o MPP ni. Me police pet in the age na me nchen. And a soldier phone na me catch soldier phone so mo mwa enti ye de papa ni pie no. I can't be say me pie. It's when I stepped out, almost 30 videos in almost 30 shouting romi say be the attempt at that time there. Say unkwa hu you say the attempt say ye nkuni edi attempt so be for this ah. Ye tubo me tisi ye tubo bombe kakran me di soldier phone no e pie. Afei na microphone mo ho ni nyina ba be good entrance wo say I'm going to be lynched. Omo ma me kwan ma mi mpie. The soldier phone be the starting man warning shoot. I'm kasam na me tutu I mo wampo. Soldier phone be the man warning shoot na kakran. Onyame di me ho afofie e me ye pie. Ene ye tu ebuo kese obi. Election it was a war. Yes, almost at the time me bo me ka ni mu nyina na tu bo kese bi ni bebi afie onyame nko a.
Now at the time na Begonian himself National Election Security Task Force your madrin say for every coalition center it will be well protected. Mohona a police for no way.
Obi soldier for di kan buy ya bro ma soldier for ni bi dwane here.
Really?
Come papa that time dia chefom. Soldier for had to run helter skelter. That was why almost signed the reinforcement feature be a buy. So edu baby and soldier for the doors but they couldn't act that time na ye ban with Danny Dr. Baumi a concede. So they were so emboldened say in somebody kwan bia so nipa omo de omo fi ba bebre boy say omo fi bebre kwan envin sa omo ti so as one go so ye kakra kan ye pie me do so bi onim St. Martin's be do adreji be do adreji Cocoa Park no me do adreji ahimfie na me ti first gunshot Bill, me movie kakra into me first gunshot and I had to speed up. Me do second point. Ye Cocoa Pan. I'm saying another one. Satana me windscreen be car. Ya send me car beyond repairs. Unyame kwa. Inti so mo kasa bibi to anyway. My work show me statement.
Yeah.
Na me film say on be film. You see, idea course no. It was a well rehearsed plan. Na ye nuanom NDC for years. There were targeted seat. Then I realized that my place was targeted. So kwan bia so so muchinchi minsa no muji seat in the frame. But I stood my grounds. Me party for say Obi you could do after that you could do if anything Koforidua mo na mo se mo win election. Now just it doesn't make sense. Why would chess we win election? I didn't know to take pink sheet anymore.
But before Mobeko Koforidua no was there a declaration
no
coalition center?
There be. No declaration. Me na me say declare baby no. My entire purpose of going to center was to get hold of the returning officer. So there was no declaration. It is someone no say me lose no. It was strange. Me ya say be pink sheet. I was protecting my pink sheet. I was protecting my pink sheet to make sure that I have a full complement of my pink sheet. You could do Koforidua almost say yen kind or almost someone pay my yen kind. Afi, you see yen provide security, you call Sectec. You do top security by and also but you see I didn't mean TS and say me no more NDC for. What's where we need seat? Where we need parliamentary seat? I don't know my yen kind. Afi so pink sheet I bet you that's where we need. Afi what to take pink sheet anymore. Didn't ya? You
know mo team ni easy dia na say
easy, yes, easy. The young microphone be omo chi omo bo omo. Thankfully, ni your copies. And all the pink sheet ni nyina no. Ye rande ye friend is saying, ye scan here. So we had a buffer. No moon him so we had a buffer. Into your chairman omo bo no je ni pink sheet. Now we have scanned it. So we had buffer copy. Buffer na ye say the your case. If you ye ye sign bar Tesano. And this is someone penny. Who say when we need for pink sheet, but also for pink sheet number. Easy using pink sheet also 1 penny. You disagree. Why are you disagreeing? Almost someone today. Almost penny. Annoh Dompreh the man in parliament. Now you see, Onipa, when you are in Yankupon, in the midst of all the attacks, Omudi Matem, so but shall show fidelity. I was just praying. Omudi babako I mean person di ni be tuja no o wen ke me wa be ko wash no wen no se me di na chi no ka chem za no ye nim se we know it's a slim margin we win but ye mpedi fo no se kwan bia so e be ma won ba parliament we have to do it when I'm who say my savior is my pink sheet na me chade e wie ye ko wie wo court that day me kwa ni as filing injunction na me court wa 2 courts at the same time. We are someone penny, a sign filing court, Supreme Court. And Yankupon DB and one for fear. All the 7 cases they call ye, ye TZ mine, and I think I have for no north out, or would declare mammy. Still on someone tears here. Inti,
EC before the EC made Omu declaration, no? Pink sheet when Omu rely on.
Well, yeah, near where pink sheet, near what scan copies of our pink sheet.
Okay.
Inti na EC nisu will be. No more say on debut. Don't forget that because they collated up to 100 plus. Not from the 100, no more say on but we also had some. NDC for no more will be no some from back. So we had to compare and look at the serial numbers. The EC themselves, you know, say only pink sheet no be the pink sheet bar. They have a way of authenticating that pink sheet.
Okay.
Until no we use it. And we have challenged the NDC. So we doing say, man, we need election now. They should challenge. That's what the Constitution says. They should go to High Court by a petition. Now you say me win and say me win.
Is there any petition at the court against?
Yeah, there's some more petition, but they've still of almost survey me almost 2 weeks. You best survey. I think they are just playing to the gallery, and nobody should take them serious.
Eventually, gap no between Mumi and Nebe saying
about 200 plus, 207.
207 votes.
Yes, 207.
And that's a drop from 2020. That gap.
2020 was 3,000 plus. So it was a massive drop. Yes. But you see, Obi,
are you scared of the next election?
No, I'm not.
2028.
Of course, I'm going to run again. And maybe let me declare fully. I'm going to run again. I'm going to run again because not because I'm a greedy, say I'm a person who parliament. Obi, I mean, come to me home. For over the years, we've gathered experience in Parliament. Parliament experience countable. Now, the problems NDC is having with the strong majority, the problems that they are having is because you mean to mean become part of the team. It's before the things that we've taught, and we are able to overtake them. The last time it took, now Minister of Road had to come in to help them. Because experience counterpart, and this is the time party na boa me fi me mofra bremu. I've served this party in truth and honesty. Sisi a party na kwa hwehia mu no mitimi dane machinchire party no. It's a difficult time for the party. Should be a drop seat every 138 to 137 to 88. 89. Yeah, 89 Ablokumanov is going to be our next.
But for now 88.
88. Now, with this experience you've gathered as a young man who and
it's our fourth term, right?
The fourth term.
The fourth term.
Yes.
And to be your
fifth term. And you're about to 2 year and we are going to make sure that the uncle we correct it. Obi, don't overly focus on the negative. Election be unique. Sure. Titus Glover, once upon a time, he won by 3 votes.
3 votes, yes.
Then or stretchy, then he lost the seat. Once upon a time, Yendi we knew over 20,000. This time we lost it. Once upon a time, Tema Centra, we've been winning over 20,000. We won just by 55. 55 votes. 2 digit. Inti together with the team, we should accept where your uncle ye, then we'll correct it. And I tell you, people are beginning to show a lot of remorse and regret. So abanya dwin say we near we ne bufu kakra wo sa no mo we nyina eba people are telling us Dompreh sisi amenoka say ekwa me sha say nyina mo dwin say ebeja ye nyina.
But one would ask, sir, the issues facing Ghana for no universal the whole country. They say economic issues are a universal the whole country. Na obia face be say ebufobi or across board. But there are some constituencies our colleagues nibi, rather than decreasing, they appreciated in their constituency. And I'll give a classic example in your leader, minority leader. I mean, this is the time Onu BM almost 20,000 votes difference in his constituency, which is also a constituency in Ghana.
Nice. You see, the America show constituency be different. My leader may have done things I didn't do, and what about places we need traditionally? What about that? You lose even by a very big margin. There are exceptions. There are exceptions. Normally be one more who need into the essay baby, so why you winning the big after you lose your cry? It's a whole menu of complexities. I see a film we near the year 2 year. If you're the year 2 year near money near my SME now we still come to a conclusion. Annoh Dompreh, you cannot represent our people. Why not? I'll bow out.
But you still believe the people of Insawima Dwejiri
yes, I have that confidence.
Sure.
Masu from pa. Me share electoral areas turnout na young twaba. Na me share baby you lose you timi increase your voter. I'm telling you, say yes, the love is still there and it's deep.
Honorable Annoh Dompreh MP in Insawima Dwejiri, minority chief whip any no aiding comma or question be mana 0548 443 523 your WhatsApp number no 0548 443 523 na yentie wonso or question, and then we'll come back and deal with some of your messages mode eba into WhatsApp number nibi 0548 443 523. Okay, where's the Obi? JM won first time in 2012 election from Christopher in Takrady, yes. And that's why he says, hey, within MPP, not the whole Ghana. Obi JDM goes, JD comes from Christopher again. JD no, hey, when your party was in power, you won, you thought Ghana was for you, and was that you insulted Mahama anyhow, really. Christopher, Christopher, that cannot be factual. But we say, Obi, good afternoon. I believe that the NPP lost the elections disgracefully because the president lost contact with the grassroots of the party. He distanced the governance from the party. Yes, he has performed creditably well as president. There is no doubt about that. However, party sympathizers and members were in opposition, although their party was in power. His Excellency John Kufuor introduced the NYEP, which connected his government and the grassroots of the party. Another started something similar called NAPCO, but failed to maintain that brilliant idea. Hence, the Gargantuan laws. Francis, Ewo Gulf City. Francis, thank you for your message. Let me see. We say Obi, good day. It really feels very sad being a Ghanaian at this time because of the kind of legislature we have now. We all thought the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic was that bad, but the truth is that this current 9th Parliament has proven to be the worst so far, both at committees and at the plenary. They've behaved very blah blah blah. Please tell Honorable Annoh Dompreh and his colleagues that they are not in Parliament to represent themselves but the interest of the Ghanaian people. We prosper Komla Domenyo or Dakoman here in Accra. Prosper Yedase Papa Nyami Inshra.
Enti Honorable Frank Annoh Dompreh echirimu a ono de seat no owini na edem kile oh nsema wura weti wa okeka asif say nsa wo maduro giri ye ne de asif say ono onima MPP fo ntimi nye. You see this kind of arrogance and MPP co-position no anamunim Frank Annoh Dompreh chirimu a see MPP for they are in a very hot and in fact difficult times, and I need to it is yes, it is true. But also no chiremu or no any mpanyinfo tisa afenyo marking and omuye gangaria omube rescue MPP for every opposition, especially omunkrofo ene omaka 88 wa parliament. Annoh Dompreh come. And that tells you exactly. I won't say or narrative story. No, now it mean can same beans so. The cover by I know didn't tete no more than a co. Bonnie Ben na wire wouldn't tete. Annoh Dompreh. One casa Bonnie Ben and a wire. I won't call for or move me sorry. No, Mbeka say, yeah, my uncle parliament. Debut. Their bill, the Uncle Parliament, just like that. Or be a man, Uncle Parliament, just like that. No, it is not true. Frank Annoh Dompreh will be a medical catcher. He does not respect human being. On being power, how or a destructive person or a destroyer. I am yes interview no more fancy me and bondru. I want too much into call as a pa. FM wadaroma you could see say you video no oni obi credit ni mfa mom oni obi omu interview no from head to toe ni na dem kona kwatie because na ewa too much it mega mentimi am pikini na mo fa nche me utie ubo audio no kwa ubo video no kwa na utie nsem okeka utim say akwa we ehye na adwi mu say MPP no when you be di wom enti no se sabi nipa kura na obekunu ediaye MPP ni, and it is wrong because what Frank Annoh Dompreh one kasa o constituency ade be na waye no ho eyem de so obi no bisa ne se afenyo marking etimi bie gap enwini amoka ne say larger size isi den na odie ekoye slim size eyem de pass obi bisa sa economies wenze no ntiminka and the afenyo ye no ebia wanye bi amfa so the afenyo ye no wanye bi. I am not defending afenyo mark, but let me tell you, if you go to a Futu constituency, the afenyo mark na ye no enye easy. Afenyo mark develop a Futu constituency, so it will be very difficult for him to lose that seat. That is the fact. Upe makasha maka. But somebody like Annoh Dompreh, onu mbugana, onu umfa Ghana for onu sebi nunka sanyede, but election dura with all tactics or the bemene masa. NDC for no stay low. NDC for no mobile or mobile the consensus instead of teaching you people like Annoh Dompreh lesson. MPP for no mojamo. Sorry, NDC for no mojamo na omone mo build the consensus. Ai o mo de mo scratch your back, you say be scratch mo back. Enu nti e mo nya ho eye saade no. Se nkete sa enka biti sa fenyo marking ntimi mabonti. Sorry. Akwa adwagiri. Enka wo how esi lusu seat we ya di no din koto tutuo koto reti nkrofo. Yebi hunu bia na kwa we o kontokwa. Panyina we so di constituency anim yebi hunu bia na o kontokwa. Hwe recently ndi okoye the parliament appointment committee onti asemase asebi eye asem ketua bi o. Eno ani se wo ye den ufri honom akwai pije table edi se microphone Ghana yedi ye sika ye tax PS money yedi sika ato. What are you telling Ghanaians? Ene wa betina radio so na okasa de ai MPP for in senya mi adoma Ghana for omu change aban no masa sa acrobatics any sa and dance no boy. Ghana for they will never buy it. You be in opposition for a decade because myself minor. You don't want to say the truth. You don't want to say the reasons why MIAG too many friends. So when I do beat you around the bush. Annoh Dompreh, you are a very coward man. Interview ni duty ya. Ninsa bobe can be an sebi bebre emfa kwamu. But because of say ne senka, let me tell you, mo wa ban won ka fra ko yomba. Enka se obi o se hwanyu o fe nomba. Otena radio so ensem hunu kwa na okeka. Ene ijabo ahi to omo no so dim dika kwotena Sempa FM. Okwa interview odimirika kwotena ene baby ene wan bibi for omo nko. Let me tell you, Onua TV any media general mo boycott ene omo na nsuma se na nsia mi hu omo nkrofo na omo ye interview TV3. Omo ye interview so TV3. It was show say Richard Ahnyagwasem no de baba betu bia no ya boycott media general and affiliated stations bia no kwa show say eye adwuma. Disgraceful people mo bet no position for a decade because of musuba mboni, because of mo greedy and mo selfish. Annoh Dompreh bi ni pa ho so omo dwogiri ko he na aye ho no go and check omo tu odi ani odini soldier for na police for abebubotuo because of say too many kuta and wa betina TV so and radio so na wo kasa de as if say onya nya hwe de ye no kuruma hwe de ye no kukuruma. Anyway, mommy for we see. Let's also subscribe to the channel, like it, meaning was share for free. Be hanum, your number one authentic platform. The current way they be catch you. It's over no prepare. I was saying, my Michi about for the United States of America, Mammy and Coupon Shell, New York. Mammy will be him for UK, Yankupon Shell, Mammy. No be a negative. I said it to Macau. Bye bye.